Hi guys, I'm back today with another look from the beautiful Bloodlust palette. I tried to do a more pink look today as opposed to a purple look. I'm just trying to try out the versatility of this palette, seeing what all I can pull out of it. I mean, I could always pull from some of its other palettes as well and use them in conjunction with this, but I am solely just trying to see what all I can do with this. If you guys are interested in seeing how I got this look, just keep watching, and if you would like to see me attempt to get one more out of this, let me know in the comments down below. If you like this video, please thumbs up, comment, subscribe, ring the bell for future updates. Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays is when I post. I do occasionally do a extra bonus video, which this one might be an extra bonus video, but I'm not decided yet. So in any case, I hope you guys like the video. Okay, so the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm actually going to put on my lip stuff first. I know that's kind of backwards, but why not? Who cares? Also, I don't know what's up with this lighting, but it's making this eyebrow look like it's red brown and this one look like it's ash brown. But the same pencil was used on both sides, so that's a good time. I'm going to be using the color Skin Tight. And then I'm going to tone it down with Wizard's Glass. Because this is very, very, very light pink for me. And I feel like to have a little bit of darkness to balance it out will help. Kind of make it a little less, like, stark against my skin. And I'm just gonna let that dry a little bit. I'm gonna touch up the lines around my mouth, because they're kind of a mess. Okay, and while that dries, I'm gonna dip into my very first color, which will be Your Majesty, which is the lightest color in the palette. And I'm just gonna take that underneath my brow arch, as I tend to do. Okay, I picked up, like, I barely tapped it. I picked up way too much, but more is more. Just putting it generally in that area, because since I'm not using a sparkly highlight, it doesn't really matter if I get it a little bit lower, really, because if anything, it just sets a nice base. Okay, and in fact, I might just take the excess that I kicked up and go ahead and just do that, actually. Set the whole upper eye area on both sides. And why not? Maybe I'll do some of the lid. Apparently I did all the lid, but I'm going to do it lighter on the front half, because we all know I'm going to put something shiny on the front half of my eye, because I'm kind of like a squirrel. Raccoon. Not squirrel. Maybe a squirrel? Maybe both. Also, I just tossed my hair very quickly because I wanted it out of my face, and I couldn't find a headband, and I couldn't find a bobby pin, and struggle's real. Okay, so this is a little bit more dry. I'm going to put Wizard's Glass over the top of it. And kind of give it a little bit more darkness. I may still add something else. We'll see. For now, that's what I'm going to roll with. Okay. So the next thing I want to go into, I was about to use a cheek brush, or an airbrush. That would have been funny. The next color I'm going to use is going to be, I'm debating, because I wanted to do a mostly pink type of look. So I guess I'm going to use Royal Pain. And it's just this great, ooh, you know what? I'm going to wait. I'm going to use one other color first. And I'll use the same brush. It's my highlighting brush, but whatever. I'm going to use Monarchy, which is the tan beige awesome color in here. Like the perfect transition color for everything. And I'm just going to run that over the same area as well. Like, I like this color a lot for a transition color. I think it's just, like, tone-wise, perfect for somebody that is fairer skin. For somebody with darker skin, I don't think it would work out as well. I think it may come across ashy, so that is something to keep in mind. But, for instance, some of the richer and deeper tones would look gorgeous on deeper skin tones. Okay, so that's there. You know what, maybe I'll take a little bit of that under the lid, too. Hang on. Or under the lid. That would be creepy. Underneath the lash line as well. Not a lot, just a little bit. Just a little washy wash of color. Okay. Alright. Now I'm going to go in with Royal Pain. I like the name. Okay. And same thing, gonna put it into the crease and slightly above. And I'm going to diffuse it out. Oh my gosh, has anybody been seeing what's going on with poor Wayne Goss? I watched his video, then I watched Mel Thompson's video, and I just felt awful for him. It made me sick. I was just sitting there sick to my stomach, seeing how much crap he'd been through. Like, everybody's got something, whether it's their health or finances or family or friends or loved ones or significant others. You know what I mean? But I felt bad for him because all the work he's put in to have some opportunist jerk take it all away is really disheartening. Like, he seems like an actually really nice person. There's some people on YouTube that don't seem like nice people. They kind of are what they are. But he genuinely seems like a good dude. And, it's just really sad for him. And then he was even, like, way cooler because people, which I think is great, people tried to put together a GoFundMe for him, and he was, like, super grateful, but he was like, I can't accept this, and, I actually liked Mel's video. She's great. Like, she's just great. She comes up with great ideas. And she was talking about how she's going to leave his channel on repeat and just let it play. I've watched most of his videos, but I think that's a great idea because then he still gets anything from the AdSense and stuff like that. So that's a good way, without spending a dime, to go out and support him and help him in some way. And then, you know, of course, his wonderful brushes, which I do have some of. If you can and are able to get them, and it's not going to put you in a financial bind of your own, I mean, that'd be really cool. I mean, it's a win-win. He wins, you win, everybody wins. But yeah, I just felt terrible for him. I was just sick to my stomach. I was like, nope. My heart would be broken because, like, if you put trust into somebody like that and then they, like, do you dirty like that, that would just, I already feel like sometimes my faith in humanity is already kind of low, and then I see stuff like that, and I'm like, ugh. But then I see good things that people do, and I'm like, oh, I love you people, you're wonderful. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that same brush and go into High King, which is, it's purple, but it's got like an undertone of pink to it. It's almost like it's purple with Royal Pain mixed into it, so we'll just use that one and put it into the crease as well. I've really been liking this palette. I think that the quality is good, just like his shadows always tend to be. I'm glad that, yeah, and he did try a new formulation with the Wet Jewel and Pink Magic, which I think are fabulous. But, you know, there's people like Natasha Denona, who I love, that they'll, like, switch up their formulations almost every other palette, and it's like, some are really good, and then some are just frustrating. Because the colors are gorgeous, but then, you know, you've got different quality of shadows. And I feel like that's something I've come to expect and appreciate about Jeffree Star's formulation, is that it is, I mean, I don't think I've ever had trouble with any of his stuff. Where, like, for instance, I was going to get the Natasha Denona Love palette, but then I went into store, and I know that arm swatches aren't everything. You know, they don't make up how something's going to perform, but it was so bad. It was on, like, and I feel terrible saying that, but it was so bad. Like, even my husband was like, oh my gosh, what's wrong with that? And if he says that, that's saying something. But I kind of was still on the fence about it, but I can't justify it for that price and that quality. I was like, look, here's, you know, the Pillow Talk Instant Look in a palette right next to it. What am I going to get? I'm going to get that. But yeah. So I like it when people, you know, keep their formulation the same, because then you're not like every single one is going to be different, and yeah, that frustrates me a little bit. I mean, it's good to try new things. I'm not saying don't, but like every palette's different. Every palette's quality is different with hers. Like for me, I really like the Metropolis, and I know some people were like, meh. Not me. I dug it all the way. Like, the cream to powder shadows were awesome. And just everything in that whole palette was awesome. And, I also really like her Sunset palette. I like her, Gold palette. I like that kind of stuff. Oh my gosh, her Sunrise palette, awesome. But for me, like, the Safari palette, nope. That was a nope. and I'm going to say something very controversial that people are not going to like, but the Biba, when I used it, I don't know if maybe mine were just hard panned too much or what the issue was, but it just kind of like, I feel like I got better quality shadows from ColourPop. I'm sorry, I said it. But, you know, it, like I said, it could have been just the age of the palette, you know, but it shouldn't break down like that. I just, you know, I have some palettes, like I have some, I'm sorry, I'm going to say it again, Kat Von D palettes that I've had for a long time that I probably shouldn't even still use, but, you know, hey, that her quality is still good, like, years later. So, I don't know. Teach their own. But, just my opinion. The Kat Von D palette that I am speaking of is the Monarch palette. My husband loved it. Like, he loved the orange shades in it. And it had, like, creamy shadow shades at the very top. They were stunning. Melt has a stack. It's the gunmetal stack. And it's got a color called Hearthstone White. And it's, like, this amazing shade. And it reminds me very much of one of the shades in the Monarch palette from Kat Von D at the top. Except for that's creamier, and I actually like the texture better, but I still love the Melt one too. So, okay, now I've got those on. I'm going to put something deeper in my outer corner. I'm like, but what do I want to use? I'll probably use Blood Queen. Actually, I think I'm going to use Blood Queen mixed with Betrayal. That's what I'm going to do. Hi-yo. Just so you know, the Blood Queen is like this true purple. You know what? I'm going to mix that with Royal Pain. That way it's got more pink to it. Because I am trying to achieve a pink tone look. Which Betrayal is a purple as well. Because this is, I know, shockingly a purple palette. But it's still got a little bit of that pink tone to it. Like these kind of colors remind me of Cotton Candy. Which now makes me want to go to a fair. And stuff myself silly. But hey, why not? Okay. That's really pretty. I'm going to do the same thing to the other eye. And I'm just diffusing that out. I'm going to pick up more and try to even them up a little bit. Actually, I've got plenty of leftover dusties. So I'll use those. Yeah, that color is awesome. So the color Betrayal, gorgeous, super pretty, very ethereal. Okay, I'm gonna pick up a little bit more of just that. Do it on the other eye, and slightly bring below, because boy, I got it below on the other one. Woo! Okay. And I'm going to clean it up a little bit because it's kind of, woo. Sorry, my cat surprised me. I forgot she's in here. She snuck in and then here we are. And that's her jumping on the counter she shouldn't be on. But it's a typical day. Okay. So now that I've cleaned that up a little bit, I'm going to take all of them, and I'm just going to kind of try and diffuse it out a little bit more. Even though I just cleaned it up, I don't necessarily need it to be a straight across line. I just didn't want it to be so far down and around. And in fact, I'm going to pinch the same brush that's got that same color and just kind of put a little bit more. Not a ton, just a little bit. Okay. And then I'm going to diffuse that out a little bit more. I'm a good time today. Okay. Alright, so now, I'm dropping stuff as well. Now that I have those on, I have to decide what I want to do. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put Beauty Sleep on the eye, and then I'm going to cover it with Wet Jewel. So, and of course I went in with my finger because I have a habit that I can't break. This color is lovely as well. It's lovely. And I kind of took it over into the inner corner. It's just a really, really pretty light purple. It's got a little bit of a silver shift to it, a little bit of a pink in it. It's just really, really gorgeous. Okay. And I'm just dabbing it out onto my lids. Ah! Everything's fine. All's well. You guys ever watch Robin Hood, like the animated one, like the kids version? And they're like, it's like, they don't say it's like, they're like, it's 3 o'clock and all's well. That's like what's happening here. All's well. I'm just making messes. I'm just dropping stuff, but everything continues on. Life is fine. Okay. Same thing here. Dabbing on a little bit more. There. Okay. Alright, so now I'm going to take Wet Jewel, you gorgeous, lovely thing, you. And, oh my gosh, the texture of this is so interesting. But I'm going to put it just on the center of the two. Woo! I got it under. Which I need to be cautious of because then it gets into my lines and then it shows up really awkwardly on me, I think. Like, I've been having a problem getting glittery shades into my fine lines, and it's just doing nothing positive for me, so I've been trying to be more conscientious of it, but when I get the glitter going, it's just like all common sense leaves my brain. Well, it's not perfect, but it's fine. This is really pretty. Hopefully you guys can see that. It's just really pretty. So I'm going to take that darkest brush and I'm just going to kind of smooth it out just a little bit more since I've added the other colors. Okay. I'm going to do my liner, I'm going to do my mascara, and then I'll be right back. This is the final look. I've got my eyeliner on, which I jacked all up and I don't even talk about it. And I've got my mascara on. I tried 3 different ones. They all frustrated me. I was trying to bring back some oldies that used to be goodies, but I'm less than thrilled about them right now. And I will not discuss them until maybe they just need to get past a certain spot of usage. But so in any case, this is how the finished look turned out. It is more pink rather than purple, so if you are wanting to get that kind of an effect rather than an outright purple, yet again, this is another way to go about that. But the purples are gorgeous, so you know, if it were me, I'd be using all the purples I could. But I don't know if you guys have seen it, but I did also post a video on a look that was not even in the purple range. It was greens and kind of like green-blue. And then I did a purple look. And so if you want to see maybe one more look, I might be able to pull one more different look out of this. Just leave a comment below, let me know. And I really hope that you guys like this video. And if you did, please leave a thumbs up, or please leave a thumbs up. Please give a thumbs up, leave a comment below, subscribe, and ring the bell. And then I will be updating Monday, Wednesday, and Friday for sure. And then occasionally you'll get a bonus video, which this may be a bonus video. I'm not sure yet. Anyway, I hope you guys are having a great day, and thank you so much for watching. Bye!